What's up? What's up? Gotta wait till we get some people in here. Mostly testing out my internet. Had some problems with it getting real blurry and all that on the last giveaway. And ultimately, I have been running a mesh system out here, going wireless all the way from my house to here. And I went ahead and ran a data cable from my house to here. It says that my connection is much better as far as the testing of the mesh system. So I'm just curious how it works tonight. Cable from my house to here. It says that my connection is much better as far as the testing of the mesh system. So I'm just curious how it works tonight. Get this adjusted down here. I'm in for the internet giveaway, Bam's Life says. No giveaway tonight, buddy. We'll probably have one coming up pretty soon, though, for something that I got in the mail. What's up, Contreras 21? Oh, let me turn my volume down. So that last giveaway, the Roe Vaughn, and then we did the just trivia, miscellaneous trivia. Tools are never a hoarding item, Wings and Pizza said. It got real blurry, like which I've always just been running off of basically a mesh connection, Wi-Fi point in my mesh system. I basically had an extra one, so I brought it out here. I've always been really surprised that I could even do this out here with just that, because it's pretty good ways from where my boxes are in my house. And not only that, you're going out of my garage. What's up, Steve? Or what's up, Shane? Going out of my garage through my brick walls in my house. What's up, Wyatt the pilot? Contreras, you miss it. Oh, you missed it. A bunch of us won. So I've been going through the garage, through the brick in my house, through multiple walls to get to really where my main router box is for my mesh system. So I've always been surprised I could do it anyways. And I checked my mesh system and it said weak connection after that giveaway last week or Saturday, whenever it was. And it said weak connection. So I went ahead and bought me some underground data cable, and I went ahead and went under my house and came out the side and made myself a little ditch and got over here to my garage and ran a cable just to see. And it says great connection now whenever I test my mesh. So I'm just curious how much you guys can let me know if it just seems like it's better, and let me know if you start getting stuff that goes in and out, because I can't necessarily see it. You know, my phone is recording that it's good all the time, whether it's good or not. So Bam's Life said, that's good, man, show. Shane Cornett, what's up? Let's see. I saw the Shane part. I couldn't tell what your last name was on there. I didn't know if it was Shane S.I. or Shane Cornett. So again, you guys can just let me know over the course of this video if you get any of that in and out type stuff. Like sometimes my audio goes in and out. Sometimes it gets real blurry, like the Brian Hall on the Roe Vaughn giveaway. You wouldn't even hardly been, whenever I went back and watched it, you could barely tell that who won it based upon it was just so blurry. But again, it's hopefully going to be better. I still don't have real good internet anyways, just because I don't live in a city. I live in a pretty rural area, but ultimately, hopefully it's going to be better. Going to be gone for about 20, be back in a bit. Okay. I'll probably be on here at least that long. I'm not going to be on here as long as normal tonight. For one, there's a football game on, and me and Miss Maintenance like to watch Thursday night football, so we'll probably watch that, even though the teams tonight aren't that great, but we still normally watch it. So what y'all been into this week? Anything good? Any good tools y'all were able to pick up? I didn't have really a purpose other than testing this internet tonight. I don't really have anything major. Or if y'all have got any questions about any of the tools that I put out here recently, you can ask those. I've got most of them in here, but see, one man show, have to go, but wanted to give thanks for all the recent connect latest you brought attention to. Thank you, sir. I don't know if y'all seen my post, but it was Chris. Oh, I already forgot what his last name starts with a P. I didn't know, had not asked, but I finally got some pictures of a lot of sets that aren't at my Lowe's, but that they're not even showing up anywhere yet. If you haven't seen that post, there's even more stuff out there. So I don't know how many people see the post, because I never see other people's posts, because I only watch YouTube typically on the TV. That's why you guys don't see me comment as much on, like, I watch a lot of three-phase videos, Project Pine Hills, a bunch of different people that's on here, but I'm normally watching them on my TV, and I can't comment on my TV. So every now and then, the only time I really comment on other people's videos is if I'm watching it from my phone or somewhere like that. Bam's Life picked up another Packout drawer for my pickup. That's nice. I saw where Klein came out with a rolling box with drawers in it. I saw that on, like, I think it was the tool show. I can't remember. It was like Tech Tools or something like that had it. It was one of those where they just played it at the end. Still haven't had a chance to use the RM. Steve, oh, got my Knipex Cobra. Still haven't got a chance to use them. I think you'll like them. I mean, it was a big difference to me whenever I first started using those Cobras compared to anything else that I'd used. For the most part, I mean, there's some other tongue and groove pliers out there that are still really good, but there's some of them, and it's mostly the ones, if you've been running a straight jaw pair, like those Milwaukee ones and stuff like that, and there's other brands of those too, you know, without that little S in there, that's the big difference. Other than, you know, the Cobras still to me have a lot more aggressive and better bite, and they just function well, but it's that kind of plier that makes a difference. Wings and Pizza, I see on Facebook Flex page a lot of clearance flex tools, not in my area yet though. Yeah, they're not on clearance at mine either. That's like, I've seen a lot of the ToughBuilt Tough Stack stuff on, or whatever you call their stack system. I don't know what they actually call it, but that was on clearance. A lot of videos I saw too, and it's never been on sale at my Lowe's. And the Flex stuff, it's never on sale. Matt HMM did send me some pictures of a lot of skill stuff at Lowe's. They were clearancing out. He got a lot of stuff for $10, but my particular Lowe's doesn't really carry a lot of skill. It's mostly Flex, Craftsman, Metabo, and DeWalt, and then some Bosch. That's pretty much all the power tools mine carries. They don't really carry a lot of the skill. And then I know some Lowe's carry, what's it, Cobalt power tools too. Mine doesn't really carry a lot of those either. Shane Cornett picked up the Tough System 2.0 11-inch bag. I pack a Veto MC for work. Keep all my DeWalt stuff at home, he says. So Tough System 2.0, so that locks into, I guess, the DeWalt stuff. I've seen a lot of new DeWalt bags at my Lowe's, but I've never really went and looked at them, like, in detail. So I guess some of them must interlock in with the Tough System stuff. Kraken saw a 39-piece complete set connect post. That's going to be a good set. Yeah, so based on that picture, it looks like, and Brian Hall I actually saw it whenever I saw that it was 65,500 connect for the part number whenever I was at Lowe's, and then I started searching, and there's an old Klein part number that was 65,500, just the same as the rest of them. It just didn't have that connect at the end, and it was basically a socket set and then also a screwdriver and some other things. So it kind of is in the same vein of that 65,500 connect set, but not really. But it looks like to me you're getting the pass-through and then also the flip sockets instead of it being the 1/4-inch 3/8 pass-through sets together. It's kind of a, I'd say it's the $99 set that I've got, and then it's also maybe like but it's kind of a mix. I think it's a better bang for your buck because it's basically essentially, it's not the same as these. Let me grab this real fast. You're not getting everything that's in these because this right here is going to cost you $200, and then that complete set is $149. So it's basically a lot of what you've got in here, it looked like. And I'm assuming it was the 3/8 and not the 1/4-inch. But if it's the 1/4-inch, then it's got a lot of sockets in there, and that means it's got 1/4-inch metric and SAE. But I think it's going to be like mostly what all's in this one. And then it had a lot of what was in this one. I don't think it had the bigger sizes on here, though. I think it's kind of all them smaller sizes that go on the flip socket shaft. So this is $99 and this is $99. So you can kind of get that for $149 if you don't ever use the really big sizes, because this is going to cost you $200, and you're getting a lot of what's in both of these for $149. So it's probably not a bad price. You're just not going to get some of those big sizes. And I'm assuming, based on the side picture on that, it said it had SAE and metric. So I'm assuming it's got the metric SAE pass through and then also the metric SAE of the smaller sizes. It looked like it didn't have those big sizes on there. And then the 1/2-inch ones look like they were all just deep well sockets. I don't think they're flip sockets. I think they're just deep well sockets. Precursor Yang, have you seen Hosiery's chest rig and low boy setup, and can you do a video on them? I've seen them. I'm probably not going to buy them just because I run the Atlas vest. I've got multiple Atlas vests that I run that kind of is whenever I'm needing something like that. I think Timinator, the tool man, I'm pretty sure he might have got some of those. I don't know if he's made videos for them or not. He's a big holstery guy. I love their Joey pouches, and I just bought a new Magmaster. I got the Magmaster Pro on the Prime Day deals thing. It was on sale, but like $7 or $8 off of it. So I picked up another one of those. I use the Magmasters a lot and the Joey pouches primarily. I haven't really used a lot of my... I bought the square holder, Square Master. I've got the Tape Master, the Driver Master, but I don't use those as much anymore because I've kind of swapped over to Nolster and Spider drill tool holster, or Spider tool holster, whatever the actual name is for it. I like those better. But yeah, I've seen what you're talking about, Precursor, but I probably won't buy them just because I use Atlas vests. I paid a lot more money for those than what those cost, but actually, I mean, I really like them, so I'd buy them again in a heartbeat. In fact, I've even got the Atlas 1824 vest that I've got a video for. I just used it today all day, and then I ordered another one because they came on sale, and they actually don't look like they're even selling the 1824 anymore. It's an 1819, and they had it for like half price. So I went ahead and bought another one so that I'll have one because that's how much I like it. I want another one so that I can wear one to mess it up and be nasty, and then wear one to wear inside people's homes and stuff like that. What's up, TPG? Have you seen the Makita Mac Track? Nasty Nate said, yeah. It looks pretty good. I like the fact that you can kind of set the boxes on whatever orientation. That's a pretty nice feature. That's like the one thing that I like about ToughBuilt even over Milwaukee's is, let's see if I got two of them. Yeah. Like the ToughBuilt ones, because in my truck sometimes this is an issue. It's not really that big of an issue, but every now and then it is. The fact that on Milwaukee's, you know, you have to have this little bit of room to be able to slide. So like in my truck, some of it's pretty tight. So you have to have at least some room to be able to put it on and then scoot it back and lock it. That's the one thing I liked about the ToughBuilts, was that you could just set it straight on there. I saw that as being a pretty useful feature. But then the Makitas have kind of went a step farther. You still have to do the sliding thing, but at least then, you know, sometimes it would be nice to be able to swap stuff around, like if you want to open something on one side or the other. And I saw where a lot of their boxes, like you could lock it in this way, you could lock it in this way, this way. I thought that was pretty neat. And of course, their rolling box is a little bit different than everybody else's. It's kind of more like that. Milwaukee came out with that big old, I even bought one because I got it for crazy cheap, but I ended up selling it to pay for all my other stuff. The rolling thing that's huge that Milwaukee has, it's kind of a smaller version of that. It's kind of set up the same way, but it's pretty nice. I thought their stuff looked pretty good. Makita's did. First glance, again, won't know till I see it in the store what it looks like. Shane Cornett, it's a nice bag, has a Veto feel. Check it out sometime. Talking about the DeWalt bag. Yeah, I've seen them. They're actually out at my Lowe's. The DeWalt bags have kind of taken the place of all the ToughBuilt pouches and stuff. Like my Lowe still has the ToughBuilt Packout type stuff, but they don't have any of the, you know, pouches and ToughBuilt bags or anything like that. Toolcaholic Flex is on sale at Rona in Canada. The kit called FXM2022G with the impact and drill, $300 down from $700. Lowe's stores replaced by Rona in Canada, he said, so that's a pretty good deal. You guys always have a lot higher prices than we do. Of course, y'all's money's a little bit different than ours too, that whenever you transition it. Terry Burton said, hey Joey, any experience with the Milwaukee M18 chainsaw? I've got, I don't know how many versions of it they've got out now. This it's pretty dirty, but I've got the original the original deal one, I know they got like a top handle now and even 14-inch or something. I don't even remember what this one is, a 16 or something like that. And I've got a video for it showing it compared to gas. That was actually Miss Maintenance's first video. That was her debut. That was one of the questions on the trivia deal. But I love this thing. Like I sold my gas one. I would never use it again, because the thing about me with a chainsaw, it's like I pretty much only use it for home use. Every now and then, if I've got a customer who's had some damage from storm or something, I would take it and, clean up whatever. But I can cut up anything that's going to be in my yard with this, and even if it takes me a couple batteries, and the power is just as good as what my gas one was. I don't have to come out here and start it once a month or whatever just to make sure it's going to run whenever I need it. It's like pretty much you stick a battery in it and pull a trigger, it's going to always be good to go. I absolutely love it. Like I wouldn't go back to a gas powered chainsaw unless I was somebody who like did it for a living, like cut trees all the time or something like that. But for home use and occasional use, I think you can't beat a battery powered chainsaw. This is the only one I've owned. I don't know if the DeWalt ones are good or any of those things. The one thing about this one is it does leak bar oil. Like if you turn it up a certain way and leave it hanging some way, it does leak out the bar oil pretty bad. But my pole saw does too. All of the Milwaukee saws do. Matter of fact, I just got a bunch on my floor down here. Only like not like a big bunch. I'm just talking about drips. Let's see. Apartment maintenance couple. Have you used the Klein Packout yet? I've heard good things. I've only tried the two. They did send me those, and I made a video for them. And I haven't put them in my truck because I can't work it in with my system the way I'm working it right now. I would like to, because I like that single drawer. I really would love to use that, but the only way I could fit that in the back of my truck is if I reconfigure all the rest of my stuff that I keep in the back of my truck. And I haven't got around to doing it yet because it's just not going to be something simple for me. The rolling box I like actually better than Milwaukee's, but again, it's the same thing. I'm using my rolling box in my truck now with my Packout vacuum and my drywall tools ammo can on top of it. And then I use my rolling box mostly as a bulk tool storage. And I'd like to swap out to have the Klein one in there, but then I can't lock in my Packout vac and my ammo can for my drywall stuff. And that's more important that I can do that than it is to have that one in there. So over time, if I could swap out to something like but then again, the vacuum is going to be the thing that gets me, because I'm not going to swap to another brand's vacuum just because I got batteries. The ammo can, like Klein came out with that style. I could swap my drywall tools over, but I can't really swap over my vacuum. Let's see. There's Shane SI. Ted McDonald said Makita puke. Yeah. That there's not a lot of people, tools wise, there's nobody in my area that runs Makitas. Now the HVAC guys used to, but here lately, in all honesty, most of the HVAC guys are running Milwaukee. Most tradespeople in my area run Milwaukee or DeWalt. That's basically the two. Flex has never really grabbed a hold of anything. Really, that's about it. Like very seldom you're going to see. You're going to see an occasional Roby person on the job site, somebody, and then also, I don't even know if I've ever seen a Bosch person on a job site. It's pretty much always DeWalt or Milwaukee in my area. Makita used to be a big thing in HVAC guys around my area, but I don't really see. But again, I keep forgetting to check. I'm almost positive, because I was in there today twice, and I still forget to like purposely look, but I think my Home Depot doesn't even have a Makita section anymore, so that might be another reason why guys aren't carrying it, because it's pretty much going to only be at probably HVAC supply houses. Probably the only place you can find it. Let's see. What's up, Mac Berkson? Always sneaking in alive when we aren't expecting it. Matt HMM said, I made a post yesterday and said I was going to get on here tonight and try it out and try out my internet. The whole reason why, because again, I did the giveaway last Saturday, and it was probably the worst I've seen, like, whenever I went back to watch it, like, a lot of it was crazy blurry. And again, like I said at the beginning of this, I've always been amazed, to be honest with you, because I just threw it out here just to have internet out here in some form or fashion. And then that first live I did, I was like, I'm just going to try it and see, if I can pull it up out here. And seemed like it worked, but I've always been on a Wi-Fi, basically mesh point, going out of my garage, probably 100 and something feet to my house, through brick walls and everything else to get inside to my router. And I did do the mesh test, and it said weak connection. So I just decided, I went ahead and ordered a exterior grade Cat 6 cable, and I ran it from under my house in my crawl space and came out the side of my house, and I just dug a real small ditch and brought it over here and got it in. Now my connection says it's a great connection, so I'm mostly just getting on here tonight to see if it's any better. So you guys can let me know if you've seen any, like, lagging or anything like that, unless maybe could be your internet too, though. So I don't know if we'll ever know. Because like I said, I can never tell it, because while I'm filming, it just looks like I'm filming. I can't see any of that kind of stuff. TPG, Matt caught me by surprise as well. Ray's Apartments Maintenance, I've been looking at the orange box. He says, I think the Klein stuff has some good stuff about it. The rolling box, to me, again, is better than Milwaukee's. Again, I don't have the newest rolling box from Milwaukee. I don't know if the box changed, though. I think they kind of just changed the handle, which that's the big thing on the Klein one. The handle on the Klein one comes on and off like super easy. It's really nice. And again, their drawers, I like them. I still like, of course, I'm in Packout so heavy that it's going to be really hard to convince me to switch just because I'm already in it. But I still like a lot of the drawer systems better than Milwaukee's, just because I like the drawers where the drawers latch just when you shut them, and you don't have to do the extra bar every time. That's the one thing I don't like about the Milwaukee drawers in my truck, is closing that little silver bar every single time and doing that. If I didn't have to do that, that'd be great. I mean, I'm sure you're still intended to do stuff even on the ones that latch if you're actually transport, but it'd be fine with what I keep in my drawers, and it wouldn't be a big deal. I'd like it if my drawers were like DeWalt's, or I know ToughBuilt drawers are that way. I think they've got a little latch that latches. I don't know about the other ones. I know those two have it. What's up, Woodchuck? Home Depot Black Friday deals leaked. Might be a Packout. Buy more, save more, Max said. Milwaukee Packout 3 drawers seem flimsy to me. I haven't had any problems with mine, but the inserts to me are flimsy. I don't like the inserts that they give you. They're pretty junky. I had bought some from Packable off of Etsy that are like aluminum ones that you stick in there, and like they don't flex at all. I really like those. But the actual inserts at Milwaukee, and the fact that they don't give you enough of them to fill all your drawers, I think is a pretty crap move too. But on top of that, they're just not that good inserts either. Woodmaster guy, let's see. Ray's Apartments Maintenance, hello, always said. Appreciate you being in here. Bass for life, what's going on, guys? He said. And again, I read these because I don't know, whenever somebody watches this back, if they watch it later, they can't see the chat if you're on your TV. Only place I can see the chat is if I actually watch this like on a computer or something like that. You can see that like after the fact, whenever you're watching it back. But if you're on a TV or your phone or something, it doesn't bring the live chat back up. So then if I'm just answering questions and nobody knows what it is, it's weird. Wings and Pizza said that I love my 12-volt Bosch planer. Yeah, I ended up giving mine to my buddy after I bought the M12 planer, but it was a great tool. Like I didn't have any problems with it. I only bought the M12 one because I was trying to weed out how many different brands of tools that I had in mind. The M12 one's better. It is better than the Bosch because it's got 2 blades. It's just got some different features on it. But they're both really good tools. Like both of them to get the job done for sure. Bruce said he is the one Bosch guy in the chat. I got to go back up. I think I missed some people. Let's see. Ted McDonald, I love the Makita XGT, but Makita means money, he says. Makita guys get very angry when I can't help them, but they never are on any good sales, Max said. Matt HMM, Roby gets chuckles, but I use select tools from them. not a complete tool snob. Yeah, I've got some. I've got a transfer pump. I've got different tools here at the house. I don't have very many of them other than that transfer pump that I actually take out and use on the job, but it's not for any particular reason that I don't do that. I mean, I wouldn't have any problem doing it if there's certain tools, but there's some specialty tools that in my mind, if I'm only going to use it once a year or a few times a year, unless the Milwaukee one is crazy on sale and I find some deal, I'll go buy a Roby one because for all I know, if I let it sit here for a year and something and I don't use it, it might end up being bad. So I don't want to spend a lot of money on a tool that's just going to sit around and do nothing anyways for the bulk of it. So, but I'm always a person who will go buy a tool even if I'm only going to use it once, than to go rent one or go pay somebody else to do it because they've got the tool or whatever it is. James McCall, Makita 18 volt, Milwaukee 12 volt, must be what he's running. Milwaukee coming out with a large drawer bottom roller. Shane Cornett said, yeah, that's going to be next year. I'll buy that for sure because right now I have to, and I've had it in some videos if you went back to see it, and it's dark outside now, so I'm not going to go out there. But in my back of my truck, I keep the rolling toolbox with bigger tools in it, but then on top of it, I keep it's tools that I don't need that often, but I want them in my truck. And then on top of it, I keep my vacuum and my drywall tools, which I use a lot. But like I keep my big Sawzall, I keep my 15 gauge nailer, I keep a light in there. But whenever I want to get those out, I've got to take all that stuff off, set it somewhere in my truck, and then get out that tool and put it all back. So I'd like to be able to just get in there and open the drawer up, get my Sawzall out or whatever, and then that way I wouldn't have to take off my drywall stuff and all that. But so I will buy that whenever it comes out for sure. Unless something happens to where I can figure out a way to use the Klein one and use the single drawer on the bottom and if I could use this Klein single drawer right here, because I don't use the rolling aspect of my rolling box. I just keep it in there because it's a big box. If I could figure out a way to keep that on the bottom and then put my Packout vacuum and my drywall tools on top of that, I'd just go ahead and use this. That's why I bought this mount right there. I thought about trying to do something with that, which eventually I'm sure somebody's going to come out with, and there may even be one, a Klein to Packout, little conversion deal where you can slide it in and swap between the two. Nasty Nate just got into buying Makita 40 volt. You can import from Japan for a good price. Ted said Makita's been slacking on the sales lately. And Matt, yeah, that's what you get for not checking the community tab for one day. I done got way off on this. So I did get my stickers in, but I forgot to bring them out here and they're in the house. So I got my stickers in. I'll probably figure out what I want to do with that. I've thought about, and you guys can let me know what you think anyways. I don't really want to charge people for them, but at the same time, if it's going to cost me, $1 per sticker to mail it or something rather than I mail out 500 stickers, then it's going to cost me $500. So I thought about doing I got a fly going crazy in here. I know Mikey Pipes does his this way. Like he just has a postage fund thing if people want to get to it, and then that way you don't have to if you don't want to and you can or whatever. But I'll probably do add my PayPal or do whatever. And if you want to donate, so basically like if you email me and say, hey, I'd like a sticker, here's my address, I'll just email you back, okay, I got one coming. And in there, I'll put in there, if you want to donate, you can to the postage fund, you can. If not, no big deal, whatever. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, but I have to figure it all out. And then also on the giveaways, of course, just gave away a big bunch of stuff, which only had one international thing. But I am going to have to start doing some stuff on the international thing just based on whenever I went to the post office, which mailing stickers shouldn't be a big deal. I'm sure it costs a little bit more to ship them overseas or whatever. But if I'm doing one of these tools that I'm going to be giving away here in the next little bit, if it's got lithium ion batteries and all that kind of stuff in it, I'm just going to have to do that giveaway for, lower 48 type stuff, because they go crazy whenever you start going to mail stuff internationally or all that kind of stuff. I hate to do it that way, but you're talking about spending a couple $100 to mail something that's $30. Hey, that's a little bit crazy, but we'll see how it all goes. get caught up real fast. Matt said, I find Packout the best since it's going to be around for 1,000,000 years. No systems that won't be around in a few years. Yeah, it's probably true. Have all the connect boxes in my Amazon cart, Woodmaster guy said. Just need to pull the trigger. Thanks for those videos. You're welcome. Yeah, they're all really good. I mean, are they expensive? I feel like they're all expensive. I think they're a little bit too expensive for what they are. But again, if you're getting into it, the way they work together, and if you don't have other, ways to go about getting to those, like if you don't already have tools that do it, then it's not that big a deal. I think it's a little bit better price. But, I think some of their pricing's a bit high on all of it for what you're getting. But at the same time, if they get the job done, they get the job done. Ted says, let's see, video quality is much better today, Toolkaholic said. That's good. Hopefully it'll be good from now on, until I accidentally dig in my yard and cut the wire in half. Still waiting to see that ToughBuilt stretcher thing that they showed in the marketing material. Yeah, I'm really curious to see if they even come out with any of that stuff, because like ToughBuilt had all that stuff that was going to be coming out in the big scheme of things, but it seems like to me they're like, I mean, all their tools are getting clearanced at Lowe's. They don't even sell some of their pouches, which is their main thing. They've been moved to Menards and moved to some of their stuff, which I think their knee pads have always been sold at Harbor Freight. But it's like, I'm curious what kind of shape the company's in, to where are they even going to mess with making that other stuff now, or has that all been put on the back burner? We'll just have to see how that all pans out. Let's see. What are you drinking on? Yep, black coffee. That's all I pretty much mostly drink, for the most part. I drink it's either black coffee, water, or typically Monsters. I like Monsters, but I don't drink any of this stuff for the caffeine. Like, I could literally drink this cup of coffee, and that fly is driving me crazy, and then go in there and go to bed. Like, I don't drink any of it for the caffeine aspect of it. I just really like it. So the same thing with Monsters. I could drink a Monster and go to bed. I don't think caffeine affects me the same way it does a lot of people. Just got a mod box storage box, and it's great. Holds everything in place quite well, Bass for Life said, and loving his Connect goodies. Yeah, and I think also if you're in the Klein mod box, then the Connect stuff, you can start hooking them in and stuff. It works a little bit all together, as with anything. The more you buy of any kind of system, and it works together, then it's good. The only unfortunate thing about it is whenever you buy into a system like that, and then the other system comes out with something that you really like that yours doesn't have, you're like, I can't use it. It's just like this single door Klein right here. I'd love to be using it in my truck, but it just doesn't work out for me right now until I can come up with some way to still hook my Packout vacuum and stuff like that into it. Which I'm sure Milwaukee will probably come out with a single drawer and stuff too. Eventually, they just don't have it now. I'm going to kill this fly. What's the latest on the 149 Connect set that you reported from Lowe's? So I put a post, and it's got a picture from somebody. It was Chris, and his last name starts with a P. I've already forgot it. But he sent a picture from his Lowe's of like 3 or 4 sets that I've not even seen, and there aren't even part numbers yet. And one of them was that one. So you can see the picture on there if you go to that. This fly likes coffee too, apparently. Wyatt the Pilot is back. Matt HMM, me too. I appreciate it on my phone. I listen to it at work, so it's good to know what people said. It also tells me if people can actually see my chat or not, he said. Nasty Nate, Ted McDonald, I got the Makita XGT stick vacuum from Amazon Japan for about $150 minus shipping. Wyatt asks, what do I prefer, the Klein Connect Essential or the starter kit? Well, for me, I would have rather had the Essential kit or whatever the 3/8 set is, but that's only because I already had the 1/4 inch set. So that one's not near as, this set right here, the fact that you're getting metric and SAE to me is is the big thing, because that's why I never bought the 3/8 original set, because I felt like for $70 it was way too expensive for an SAE set, and for two is, or B, since I said A, I don't like buying socket sets that are just one, because I run into both in my own personal work. Appreciate that, Ted. So it's really hard for me to spend a lot of money on a socket set, especially one that I can't use on other tools. Now, it'd be different if I bought a socket set that I could, again, use it on any ratchet I wanted to, or whatever else. If it was some specialty ratchet set, like I bought the gear wrench, like bolt biter sockets, but that's because I can use them on any ratchet that I've got. So even if they were only in SAE or metric, that's not a big deal. But whenever I'm buying a specialty thing and it only does one or the other, I don't really care for that. So I would go with this set, and plus on top of it, you're getting, the pass-through screwdriver handle as well. And again, why they didn't on the starter set, you're only getting SAE sizes on this, and then why they didn't go ahead and make that hollow all the way through too, I have no idea. It's like, why would you, if you thought about doing it on that one, why didn't you do it on this one? Of course, you couldn't drill this out, but it's like, why should I have to? So if you haven't gotten any of it, I mean, this isn't a bad set, and of course, it's $39. There's a big difference in $39 and $99, but for $99, I feel like the 3/8 set is going to get you a whole lot more work done, because it's metric SAE, pass-through handle, all the things, and it's 3/8. So you got some more sizes in there, bigger ratchet, all that kind of stuff. Y'all are talking it up tonight. I got to scan all the way back up. Let's see. Where was I at? I think I missed these. Everybody's listening very intently in case you have another trivia show, LOL. Yeah, see, y'all have to actually watch the whole videos now. I'm going to get that fly eventually. I'm going to grab it I'm going to Mr. Miyagi it here in a minute with a pair of twin grips. Just see if I can grab that fly out of the middle of nowhere. Yeah, everybody's going to listen more, actually watch the whole video. Those kinds of things. Let's see. Wyatt the Pilot stickers would be sick. Yeah, I've got them inside. I meant to bring them out here and I forgot totally about it. Which, like I said, they're basically that right there. And I think I got 3-inch ones or something like that. Cough, Rob, or three-phase. Let's see. TPG, that's Dr. Morgan. He's a PhD. Have you tried to make aftermarket Packout adapter plate to work on your mob box? I had thought about it, but I thought surely somebody's going to come out with it, and somebody just did something. I don't know what it was. I missed it, but I'll see it here in a minute. Appreciate it, whatever it was. But I thought about just buying me some of the feet and then taking a piece of plywood and cutting it. But like I said, I could mount that Packout plate. I could mount this to it. I have almost decided to do it, but I just haven't. I could take and mount this to it. But I just really would rather not drill holes in that Klein box, or I could mount that to a piece of plywood. But then if I'm going to do that, I'd just make my own. But you could do it for sure. But I'm sure somebody's going to come out with some kind of adapter plate. What kind of work boots do you use? For the most part, I just wear shoes in service work. And then whenever I go and work on like, which I wear tennis shoes a lot of times, to be honest with you. And then, but if I'm working like today, working on the quadplex that we're doing, the concrete guys needed some help putting in the plastic and the wire mesh, and I told them I'd come there and help them today. And I think the boots that I've got were actually DeWalt ones that I got on Home Depot deal of the day or something one day. And they've been pretty good. But for the most part, I just wear tennis shoes, to be honest with you, unless I'm working in something like that. Let's see what. Oh, I was going to say, since you said that, I was in Lowe's today. I almost made a short, but I didn't. But if any of y'all are needing work boots, like up in the front of my Lowe's for the longest time, they had DeWalt shirts and stuff like that. And they started clearancing those out. And then they had Wolverine boots, and then Timberland Pros and DeWalt boots up there, and they clearanced them all out at my Lowe's today. They moved them back to the 75% off. So like you can get a pair of Wolverines and stuff like that for like $30 to $40 at my Lowe's. So I don't know if your Lowe's carries boots in it. If they do, they might have started marking those down. Seems a little weird for them to put them on clearance. It's like starting to get cold and wintertime-ish. That's really when people around my area wear that kind of stuff. So, but if you're in the market for boots, you might want to check that out. What Connect set do you recommend? Wyatt the Pilot said, maybe I think that might have been, I'm finally getting caught back up. But I would get that essential set if I was going to get one. But I don't know what, you might look at that complete set. That might be the way to go for somebody, because then you're getting flip sockets, metric and SAE and pass-throughs. That might be the better. But again, it depends on how much money you want to spend ultimately. I mean, you're talking about $39 to $149. That's a big difference for a lot of people. ToughBuilt working on expanding tooling with IZ or tooling with IS. Isn't ToughBuilt in financial trouble? Wings and Pizza said. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're going to come out with all that other stuff if they're in financial trouble. I mean, maybe they still will. Maybe that's what they're hoping is going to pull them out. I don't know. I just know that Lowe's is not selling them nowhere near like they used to, and then I don't see them anywhere else other than Menards, and my Menards doesn't carry anything like Lowe's carried. It's mostly like just tool bags, but not even like fancy tool bags. It's like the kind that you get with power tools almost type thing. That Klein magnetic stud finder thing is $75. Oh, you're talking about not the magnet one like I had a video for, but they've got like an electronic one. Yeah, I haven't seen them, but somebody told me they came out with 2 versions of that, so I haven't checked those out. I probably won't buy them because it's like I use my magnet for the most of the time or the Franklin sensor. In my opinion, you can't beat a Franklin sensor as far as an electronic stud finder, as far as the ones that I've used. It's night and day better than any of the other ones I've ever used. Lowe's really knows how to kill a brand. Hope they don't kill Klein tools. I know. I actually said this to a buddy of mine the other day. I don't know what Klein, I mean, I like what Klein's doing, and then I don't like what Klein's doing, because I was in Lowe's yesterday walking around looking at all the just random tools that Klein's getting into. I saw a set of sawhorses that are kind of like, the Cobalt type that they used to have. They probably still have them, I don't know, but they've got sawhorses like everything. Well, I mean, they've got in there now Klein Tools sawhorses that are basically orange and black with Klein Tools logos on it. I just want to be like, Klein, what are you doing getting into sawhorses? I mean, it's as if basically they're just slapping their name on stuff instead of, these are the tools that we make, and then these are the ones we're going to only make. They typically used to be that way. Now that it's like they're just put their name on anything. So I don't really like that, because that to me is you going down a path of eventually going in the wrong direction. You need to focus on a few things and not put your name on everything. But all that stuff is it's not Klein making them. It's already something made somewhere else, and they're just saying, hey, put our logo on it and then sell it. Wacky Wayland said Milwaukee showcased the single drawer. Yeah, it's going to be 2025. Ray's apartment maintenance at my Lowe's. The Klein Mod Box has a very small spot. It's almost like Lowe's doesn't care if it's even there. Yes, my Klein Mod Box is probably the smallest section of, organizer type things that they have. And it's over where, back when Klein first moved to Lowe's, it was where they put all the Klein stuff. And like it was a huge area full of all kinds of stuff. And now they've spread it out all over the store, and the Mod Box stuff is still in that same spot, but it's all that's there in that spot. You might have like 1 box, 2 boxes at the most of certain ones, and it's like less than what I've got over here, just even on this wall. And then I've went to some other Lowe's, and they've got all the accessories and the tool pouches and all that, but my Lowe's doesn't have those. Pipeline means it could be out now or next year. I think they said the rolling drawer box was going to be 2025. Now, when in 2025, who knows? It could be December 2025, which to me is basically the next year after even 2025. ToughBuilt sold a lot more on Amazon than they did at Lowe's, but they seem to be mostly gone from both. Sharush, Morgan's Maintenance, hey buddy, he said. What's up, Sharush? I think I saw Tools and Tactics was live a minute ago, but I wasn't able to get on there. I was actually filming. I was filming the guest of trade because I was hoping I was going to be able to. I've got it filmed. I've got to edit it and get it uploaded for Saturday. But I wanted to get it filmed today because I knew I was going to come out here and do this, and then I won't be able to film anything tomorrow or Saturday. So if I didn't get it filmed tonight, I wasn't going to be able to film it. Mac Bergson, if you were going into witness protection, I would feel safe letting you know my new name. You won't remember after a day. Just kidding, LOL. If I were going into witness protection. Nasty Nate, the nice thing about Packout is it holds its resale value if you ever decide to get rid of it. Yeah, I bought a long time ago. I don't remember if I made a post, if I made a video, short, whatever it was, but Ferguson a long time ago was selling and again, I forget what the name of it is, but it's that big rolling cart or whatever it is. It's the, flatter one with the two wheels. And I bought that and thought, man, that'd be good for me to load up like I was actually going to put my drywall stuff and all that and put it all in one thing and then be able to lock stuff into the top of it. But the way that you lock stuff into the top of that to me was like backwards of how it should have been. So I didn't care for it, but I think I got that rolling box along with a couple of the other organizers, a deep organizer, some oscillating tool blades and all that stuff for like $100 and something at Ferguson. It was like some crazy sale. And I kept everything else and sold that rolling box and paid for all the rest of it. So I got the rest of it for free. But yeah, you can typically, most of the time on Facebook and all that, same thing with Veto bags. Veto bags, they're expensive, but if you buy one and you keep it in decent shape, you can get a lot of your money back on those on Facebook if you can get a new bag. Man, y'all are talking. It takes me a long time to get back up to where I was. There's Ray's apartment maintenance for 20 bucks. Appreciate that, my man. Nobody ever has to do that, but I do appreciate it. Got to get back up to wherever we were. Let's see. Ted McDonald with $2. Appreciate that. What's up, Apache? I'm finally getting up to your comment. Either a lot more people in here, which there is actually. There's 76. That's more people than normal. So either a lot more people in here or y'all are just talking more. It takes me a while to get back up to where y'all were. I really wish I could come up with a way to not have to sit there and stare at this to find those. But I've tried 15 things. I can never make it work. Like I thought for sure that sending it to my TV, if I put a TV over here, I even got a TV out here, hooked it up. But every time I would mirror it from my phone, it would always just go to the video to where I still couldn't see the chat. But I wish I could do that so I could just see it. But it is kind of nice to have it on here because I can actually scroll and check and see what I've missed, because sometimes I talk and then I miss 15 things. So on a TV, it'd be harder for me to do that anyways. That's a way to offset shipping on stickers. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good way that he did it. Because again, like I said, I'm not saying that you have to even donate, but if you want to, just to make it to where hopefully I'm not spending a big gob of money on shipping out stickers to everybody, because stamps are expensive, envelopes and all that stuff. By the time you do all that, it's at least going to probably cost you $1 a piece, and then not to count buying the stickers. I don't care about the price for the stickers. It's just if I end up having to ship out 1,000 stickers over the course of time, that's a lot of money when it all adds up. So now I got Sarush and Apache in here. I feel like I'm in the tools and tactics chat. Bruce Algier, Ray's apartment maintenance. Lowe's has a huge Klein section. The Mob Box has its own section. I'm really eyeing them, he said. Yeah, your Lowe's might be different. I've been in some other Lowe's where they're hitting it pretty hard with the Klein stuff. Like there's 2 Lowe's in the towns that are farther from me, not the one I'm in all the time. And every time I go to theirs, they've got better tool selection. They got better clearance, all that stuff. My Lowe's in my town it stinks. It's not good at all. Why at the pilot, by the way, all of you with bug assault, use table salt. It's so much cheaper than the brand stuff, and it works a lot better, he said. My mod box has them in vaults that no one can open unless my Lowe's has a ton of limited edition Klein and some good looking stuff. Yeah, Matt's got some screwdrivers that I'm really wanting. I don't know if my Lowe's are ever going to carry them. He sent me a picture of, but I don't want to tell y'all about them because y'all, whenever they hit online, y'all are going to buy them all, and I won't be able to get me a pair. What's up, Someway? and Jamie True. Leonard said hit the like button. Appreciate that, buddy. And Ted McDonald and Woodchuck both said, Wyatt, you're right on the table salt. Clinton Trinidad, hello everybody. What's up, Joey said. And want to say thank you for the free item. Those free item websites. Sashco already came through. Thanks again, Joey. Yeah. Like I said, if you guys use Sashco, well, even if you don't and you haven't yet, you need to get it and try it because Big Stretch and Lexel are amazing. But go to whatever that live was. I don't remember what I titled that one, but I put a link in that description for you can just, all it is filling out some information. They send you a whole box full of stuff, probably $100 worth of stuff for free. Doesn't cost you a single thing. So that's a pretty good deal. I use it all the time anyway, so just save. Now I get to make money on those whenever I use them for a customer. Wyatt the Pilot, I would love one of your stickers to throw on my hard hat or welding hood. I'll end up getting you one, buddy. But like I said, I meant to bring them out here tonight, and I'm going to figure out what all I'm going to do with it, and then I'll start announcing it during videos or make a post or whatever it might be. I was checking on the international before I offered it, because the international, if you ship a package, is crazy. Like you got to fill out custom stuff and do all kinds of stuff. But I was making sure, I don't have that. It isn't the money part of it. It's the time involved in it. Like I didn't want to have to do that just to send stickers. But I think if I just stick stickers in an envelope, it's totally all right. It won't be a big deal sending it overseas and to Canada and stuff like that. Oh, Ray's Apartments Maintenance said that's for stamps. His thing is. So that means some of you, Ray just bought yourself a sticker. Woodchuck, it'd be hilarious watching him try to shoot that. Let's see. Y'all are talking about flies and all that stuff. Let's see. Matt, HMM work boots, if I have to wear them, they're Danner and they're made here in Portland. Yeah, I worked in factories and stuff, doing maintenance and tool and die, and also just working on lines whenever I first started in factories and stuff, to where I had to wear steel toes, had to wear steel toes, had to wear safety glasses, hearing protection, all the stuff that you got to wear in factories. And there was one place I worked for a Valspar one time where we made the paint that was it wasn't like the paint that sells at Lowe's, but it was the paint that gets baked onto refrigerator panels and all that kind of stuff like that. And I had to wear fire retardant, long sleeve, hotter than I'll get out in that place, all that stuff. So as soon as I got out of the factory life, it was pretty hard to convince me to wear steel toes, just because I had been wearing them for so long. So I do wear them if I'm doing jobs where, I need to wear them. But for the most part, I don't do that kind of work that much anymore. So I just wear whatever comfortable shoes I want to wear. Plus, I don't have a boss, so I get to do whatever I want to do. Let's see. Brunt boots are the best, Ray's Apartment Maintenance said. I bought their hat, and then I wore it forever because I bought it just to try that pencil holder with the Pika, and I can't tell you how many people's like, oh, you wear Brunt boots? I'm like, no, I've never owned a pair of them, never have. I just bought their hat. But I do hear pretty good things about them, though. Steve's Woodshop and Tool Reviews got the Klein demo screwdriver this week. Normally 30 for it, for 10, and the Flex 1-inch SDS for 74. Got to get to Lowe's. The clearance deals are ramping up. Yeah, the guy was actually back in the back of my Lowe's putting those boots and all that stuff back there today, but it's pretty rare about power tools at mine. I got the Metabo triple hammer one time for a pretty good deal back there in the back. Let's see. That's about it on power tools that I've got on deal at Lowe's, which there's not a lot of power tools that I'm going to buy at Lowe's, but I did end up buying that. I like cat work shoes with steel toe. They're good, Contreras said. Red Wing mock toe with a heel for me is what Nasty Nate said. Klein stud finder better be cheaper than a wall scanner or Bosch. Yeah, somebody said it was $79. I had heard that they had two different ones out, but I didn't personally like. I also don't like the way the picture I saw of Klein's was like, it was like a pistol grip, like an impact or something type thing. like so it had a grip like this, and then you'd have to scan the wall with it. I felt like that's weird to me. Like I like the Franklin Simpson where you push the whole thing on the wall. I think with your hand like this, that just makes more. I would think that'd be weird to hold something on the wall and then have your hand wrapped around it like that. I would think that'd be uncomfortable. Ted said he only uses the Franklin stud finder. Yeah, and you can even get them at Harbor Freight now. I think they're the same price as what they are at Lowe's, but Harbor Freight carries them. There's also a Hart one I saw it at Walmart. Like every now and then I'll go in Walmart and I just go back to the tool section just for giggles. And I saw Hart's got one that looks just like the Franklin sensor. And somebody told me they're made by the same place. It's just a rebrand of it. So they're actually cheaper than the Franklin sensor. I don't know if that's true or not as far as the rebrand part, but they are cheaper. Isaiah Torres, I have this Milwaukee Packout mode for the Klein Tools Tracer that I can send you. Yeah, I'll end up I probably will move this into a Packout of some kind just because whenever I'm taking it with me, I want to lock it in and not have to carry it in this case. It is a pretty nice case that they give you with it though. I mean, it's not bad, but it's a pretty good size case. I mean, I can probably fit this in a slim pack out, I don't know about the depth of it, height of it, but it's at least I'm sure I can fit it in a compact one. I don't know about this size. I might have to use a, regular depth one or something like that. But I will probably move it over to a pack out. I don't know if it's going to be something I'll keep in my truck all the time because I normally know whenever I'm getting into jobs where I would need something like that. I keep my circuit breaker finder and all that in my truck, but typically if somebody's going to call me and say I've got this problem going on at my house, it clicks in my brain, hey, I might want to take something like that with me. So I don't know if that's going to be in my truck all the time type tool. It'll probably just be a put it in my truck for electrical calls. Let's see. What was that? Isaiah Torres. Man, y'all are chatting it up. Can't keep up. Oh, you can send me the mode for free. You said accidentally have two. Well, email me a picture of it. And let me see what it looks like. Yeah, Isaiah. And if you don't have my email, actually I just threw that away. It's in my uh, whatever you call it description, or not this description, but the main page of mine. But it's also JMORG19804 at gmail.com. Woodmaster guy thinks I'll have to check that one out. Let's see. I got the 11-in-1 impact rated screwdriver nut driver set for 13 today. Not connect. Jamie True said. I wish I could have found some of them $8. That $8 set that I posted. I would have bought a bunch of those just to get the empty cases because I've been taking the inserts out of mine. Like this one was. I bought this was that impact screwdriver. Actually, I think it was the one that was on sale for $8, but I didn't get it for $8. But on all these connect boxes, these things are just snapped down inside of there. You just take a little precision driver, you can get it out. So I basically put all my, those two 12-point sockets and then extra shafts and all that kind of stuff inside of there to work with whatever my other connect sets are. But you could also take out those inserts and then put you some foam or something in there and then make whatever you wanted to. Let's see. Tools. Let's see, Ted, it's pricey, but the D-Tech works pretty good on plaster up to 1 inch thick, so that's a different kind of stud finder. Klein came out with the T-handle adapter. I saw that too. They actually had the Klein, not the hex wrenches like this. This is the Milwaukee ones, but they had the SAE and metric and Klein. It's the bigger set, like they've got the folding hex keys. They got a smaller set and a bigger set. They had the bigger set on as the deal of the day the other day on sale for not too bad, but I don't need them. I didn't buy them. Like Ray found out, the bigger the rolling toolbox, the harder it is to move around. Head warning, he had a Packout big boy. Yeah, I watched his video where he said he was going to get rid of that too. And I felt the same way as he did. It's like getting that thing upstairs, or I just didn't like the way, to me, that the feet were, like you know, I want to say it was, let's say hypothetically, this was the top of that big box. Well, if I was to mount my drawers in there or something, like the drawers would be opening towards the back of the front one. They didn't think that out, I don't think. It was a little bit weird how stuff locked into it. I didn't like it, so I ended up getting rid of it. It wasn't going to work for me at all just because of that, being able to, the orientation of how stuff locked in. It would have been better, in my opinion, if they made it actually locked from the longer side. Veto bag would definitely outlast you getting bored of it, if you want to change it. Yeah, I haven't had. That's what I was telling somebody the other day. I was like, "Well, what about the warranty on it and all that?" I'm like, I can't imagine ever even using a warranty on a Veto. But again, I don't. There's certain people in your line of work, I get it, you're going to abuse one more than what I'm going to. But every single one of mine, it's like this Tech MCT Blackout. I mean, it's like brand new looking, and I've had it for a couple of years now. Now, granted, I use a lot of different bags and stuff like that, but like I could sell that today for probably almost what I paid for it, for sure, because I got it on spring promotion and all that kind of stuff. Just got a Carlisle toolbox as well, loading it up while listening, Bass for Life said. Ted McDonald, let's see. It's Thursday. People are generally more happy, so we yap more, Apache said. Let's see. I like the ToughBuilt bags. I like how small they are, so I divide them up, electrical, plumbing, etc. I like the ToughBuilt little parts bags that I got at Menards for like $4 a piece. They got a clear thing on the front. Matter of fact, I think I might have one here with my, yeah. I put those Cobalt hex keys that I got on sale at Lowe's for the deal of the day for like $14 or whatever. I actually kind of like these bags. I like where that handle is. And these were like $4 at Menards. So that's pretty good. I mean, you compare that to going and buying the Veto parts bags and stuff like that. Especially for stuff like, that's something I'm not going to use that often. It'd be different to spend money on a Veto one if it's like, this is the parts bag I pull stuff out of every single day. But like, I just use them for random stuff a lot of times. Sarouche, how are these higher quality tools? Sarouche said, Apache, how are these higher quality tool bags and pouches like compared to ToughBuilt? Because that's the best pouch you can find here, he said. Yeah, I'm a big believer in the Veto bags. And again, I'm a person who, whenever I got my first one, I was like, I don't know, man, that's a lot of money. But I've not bought a single one of them where I'm just like, I'm mad at myself for buying this. Like every single one of them's been crazy good, and it's something about the way the tools come in and out of them. Like I said, it's something that you can't explain to somebody. You got to buy one, you got to try it. And it's just enjoyable to use. Like I've never got mad at taking my tools in and out to where you just get frustrated and throw them in there because it doesn't really hold your tools that well and all that stuff. It's something that you can't really explain, or it's just my mind justifying it because I've paid so much money for it. I don't know, but I really like them. Apache said he ordered 2 sample kits from Sashko, changed my last name on one and got them both. Thanks, Sashko. Yeah, like I said, it's a good deal. Like I probably buy probably 10 tubes of Lexel and Big Stretch at least a month. So just to get it for free is good. And I mean, depending upon the job, I use that many on a job, but for the most part, just everyday typical use, I probably use that many a month. Isaiah says, have you seen Klein Tools limited edition all black screwdrivers? That's the thing I was staying quiet about, Isaiah. You wasn't supposed to be telling everybody that. That's what Matt's got that I'm wanting, but I didn't want to let everybody know because then once they hit Lowe's, I won't be able to order any. Apache said he just had to sell another $3,600 in tools. Sad day. So do you sell quite a bit of tools apparently because I see it all the time. So are you like I'm on Facebook as not even my real name, and I have no friends or anything. I just get on there for Marketplace. But I also follow like Milwaukee Tool Deals and stuff like that. And there's a bunch of people on there that sell tools all the time. So is that something like you do, Apache? Do you do that kind of stuff, or you're always selling a lot of tools? Mac Bergson on here is too. He's always selling a lot of tools. Or are you just a tool nut like me and you buy a lot of them to see what they're like and then you end up selling some? Apache says the black, yeah, that's the part number for them, hard to find. Yeah, Matt found them. Matt HMM found them in his store, but you can't find them searching for them or nothing anywhere. I did see one set on eBay. TPG said he's going to get himself one of the Veto CP bags. Many times I only need a couple of tools and a flashlight. Working on a PC, so to carry a stuffed Veto bag. Matt gets 50% off Danner and Leatherman. You can even put the Packout attachments. Let's see, y'all are talking about some heavy equipment stuff. Brian Reinhardt said their Lowe's finally got the Connect starter kits Wednesday. Bought 2. The Klein demolition kits are back ordered on Amazon until the 14th of November. Yeah, I think a lot of the Lowe's have started putting them out. I've got a lot more people emailing me or messaging me saying I finally was able to get one of these. Again, I'm really surprised that my Lowe's put them out early. I kept looking for that 5500 complete set. I looked all up the top and stuff, seeing if I could find the box to get somebody to get one down, just because I was wanting to see what was in it. In my mind, I was like, you're probably not going to buy it because it's probably going to be stuff that you've already got. I'm not going to spend $149 on something that I've already got, But I was curious to see what it was, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So Mac Bergen said, best thing about quitting the defense contractor I used to work for was no more Steelies. Yeah, I said there's times that I work that I probably should wear some, and I do wear them if it's like I should wear some. But there's probably times where I should wear some that I don't, just because I spent like forever in my youth wearing steel toes every single day, and I was so sick of them. Ted says my Packout latch is just finished printed. I'll check back with you on a few. Anthony Alexander, I haven't been very impressed with any of the work boots out there. I had Keens for a couple years, and now they're crap. I used to always buy the Georgia boot ones for the most part whenever I was working in factories, and I really like those. I did wear some Timberlands once. I've wore some Keens, but Georgia boot was typically the ones that I liked the most whenever I was buying them. Mike's got to get the kids to bed. Have a great week, everyone. Yeah, I'm going to go here in just a minute. I'm sure the football game started. I told Miss Maintenance I'd be back in there for the football game, and I'm already running a little bit late. Y'all have been talking more. Patchy said he's got 3 flex jigsaws, 42, compact bandsaw, 67, sold 2 jigsaws for 100 each, saved 1 for tactics, LOL. So, you're a tool dealer. Yeah, Matt said he bought out Skill 12-volt bare tools. I was just I think I told him that before you got in here. We was talking about some deals. I said, well, Matt got some Skill deals this week. My Lowe's doesn't carry Skill. They only have the Craftsman, and they don't even carry like Cobalt very much on the power tool side. Like some Lowe's has that, I guess, and some Lowe's don't. Mine doesn't really carry much. Let's see, what's the difference? Let's see. Try to get caught up real fast. Mike said he bought the Klein starter kit this afternoon as well. He said metric 1/4-inch pass-through sockets would be nice. Yeah, hopefully they're going to do that. I would think that they surely will, since they've been doing it on the rest of the stuff. I can't imagine they're not. But then again, I also want to say, why didn't you put it in the starter kit? If you're going to come out with it, it should have been in that starter kit that you just came out with. Because now people are going to buy. You've already bought the 1/4-inch set, the original one, for $49, and then maybe you wanted to buy the starter kit now for $39, and yet then they're going to come out with something. So hopefully they'll at least do it separate, if nothing else. But it's not going to surprise me if it's a kit with all of it all together for $70 or something like that. Isaiah Torres posted a short video on my YouTube channel here about the tracer mode. I think I just saw an email come through from you just a second ago, so I should have got it. I think I saw it pop up on my phone there. M-Tran Chunk Mung Soup, whatever that means. I'm trying to get caught up before I get off here to make sure I don't miss something important here. CPG said Veto presents tools fantastically for work. I agree with that. Isaiah said, I sent you an email. Yeah, like I said, I got that. You're going to laugh. I wear Skechers step-ins with a steel toe insert and puncture-resistant insole. Well, I'm not going to laugh, Matt, because that's 99% of the time I'm wearing Skechers like this right here with no steel toe insole. So that's my shoe of choice is the Skechers slip-ins, man. You can't hardly beat them for comfort. I've got a pair. I've got a pair in my muddy buddies. I've got a pair that I wear, and then I've got a pair in my closet for whenever these get really nasty. I just swap them out. I keep myself some at my house all the time. Apache said if you wear steel toe boots, it's an adjustment at first, and then you get used to them. But if you wear them and then get back to not wearing them, you'll hate them. LOL. Yeah, that's the point I'm at. Like, because like I said, as soon as I left the factory scene, I was like, nope, never wearing them again. So now whenever I probably need to wear them and I put on a pair, I'm just like, oh man, I don't even want to don't want to walk in these. Contreras 21 Muddy Buddies. I know they're in my last. I think they're in my last. They're probably in that live, in the live truck loadout, the one where I did the driver's side. You can see them. I think I put them in a tool haul video, so I wouldn't remember which one it is that they're in. But they're basically shoe covers, is all they are. But they're neoprene and they're washable. But I just put them on a pair of these shoes like I just showed a minute ago, and I just leave them in there. So I actually don't. I don't take them and slip them on my shoes. I just change shoes, and then they stay on my shoes. You don't have to do that, but that's what I do. I think that's a whole lot faster than me. I mean, I'd rather just spend another $35 on another pair of shoes and just change shoes altogether if they're slip-ins than to sit there and strap that thing around my shoes every time and all that kind of stuff. And so what I normally do is I'll buy a new pair of shoes and then I'll put them in the Muddy Buddies and then I'll wear the ones that were in my Muddy Buddies and just keep swapping them around. I think my house shoes might be those Skechers. I've got a pair that I wear for house shoes too. I got like 15 pairs of these things of all different. I've tried a bunch of different ones, but they're all pretty much the same. I basically look for my size on Amazon and find whichever one's the cheapest in the brownish color, and then that's the ones I buy. Klein tool blackout screwdrivers, insane. Isaiah Torres, you just ordered them. Well, where'd you order them from? I want to know where you got them at. Or is your Lowe's have them on their app? Because mine doesn't have them. But if you find them, let me know where you ordered them at. I searched around everywhere. Is your local Lowe's an unusually well-stocked and up-to-date store for Klein tools? No. Like I said, I was completely surprised that I went in my Lowe's and was able to get some stuff that nobody else even had out yet. I mean, that blew my mind because normally anytime there is a new Klein tool that comes out or new anything at Lowe's, like I'll see videos for it or I'll even see it online in the app. But my store, like they might have it, but it's on a shelf somewhere and they're not going to spend the time to look for it and find it and all that kind of stuff. It's usually about a month after the fact that you might walk in there and find it on a shelf somewhere. So the fact that they had those out, it was pretty shocking to me. eBay has some, but they're expensive. Yeah, I saw a pair on eBay for 75 bucks. I don't think I want them that bad. I do want them, but I don't want them for 75 bucks bad. Or I don't want them for 75 bucks until I know I can't get them for cheaper than 75 bucks bad. One outdoor pair, one indoor only pair for nice houses. Yeah, that's basically, I've got a pair in my truck that's 100%. I change out of whatever pair I wear all the time, all day long for whenever I'm going into nicer houses. You're not missing much on this football game. There's Miss Maintenance. Of course, you're probably missing me, she said. Offer still stands. I'll send you some of the blackout screwdrivers, Matt said. Yeah, the game tonight, that's what I told her before I came out here. I said, well, what time's the game starting? She said 7:15. I couldn't remember who it was. I was thinking it was the Saints and somebody. It's the Saints and the Browns, which I don't know if any of y'all are Saints and Browns fans, but I was basically like, well, I don't think that's going to be very much of a game. Although sometimes whenever two bad teams play each other, it turns out to be a pretty good game because that's kind of a level playing field to where they play each other well because they're both bad. Saints Broncos, not Saints Browns. It's pretty much about the same thing. Milo's is swapping out ToughBuilt for Klein, but no starter kits yet, Cody said. Yeah, they should be putting them out. So, like I said, they're online. So even if your store has stock and they're online, you can do the pickup in store. But some Lowe's, mine's done it to me before, which Home Depot's done it to me before too. Like it'll say they've got 15 of something that's new, but they haven't got them out and put them on the shelf yet. And if you order it and say pick up in store, they'll cancel your order just because they're not going to spend the time to go look for it. So I typically always do at Home Depot, I just do ship it to my house. Now Lowe's, sometimes they charge you for delivery, but Home Depot, I just ship it to my house. And then that way I don't have to worry about them canceling it for a pickup in store order. Wyatt the Pilot is a Steelers fan. Haven't figured that out. Why are you a Steelers fan, Wyatt, if you live in Oregon? Just curious. Which Steelers are one of those teams, kind of like the Cowboys. I guess they got fans kind of all over. I do like the blackout screwdrivers. Mine were had a little extruded, some plastic nubs I needed to cut off. Yeah, I like the look of them, the fact that they even made all that yellow stuff black and all that. Like I said, and they're made in the USA. I saw that. It's just kind of one of them things where I want to get them because I'm such a Klein person that I want to get them before they're not a thing anymore. And then you get on eBay and they're $200 instead of the $75 or whatever they are. So Wyatt said Troy Polamalu, raised in Oregon, greatest safety of all time. Yeah, where'd he play? Did he play college at Oregon, or did he play at USC? I was thinking he played at USC or somewhere. I never really paid it. I used to watch college football more than professional football, more than the NFL, and then once all the sports channel stuff started coming on, where you couldn't watch very many games on network channels, I watched NFL more. Of course, the NFL's doing that now too, so it won't be long before you're going to have 17 streaming services to watch NFL games too. Isaiah Torres, just watched your short on the Klein insert for the circuit tester. Very nice. Most of the people who live near me, he said, are Packers fans. Well, are they now Jets fans now that they were Packers fans? Because now the Packers are basically the Jets are basically the Packers from five years ago. Wyatt said no, he played at Boise State. Yeah, I never knew where he played college ball. He seemed like a USC person to me or something for some reason. Oregon also doesn't have an NFL team. Instead, it's the stupid Sea Chickens. Oh, the Seahawks. Sorry, Southern Cal. Yeah, I was thinking he seemed like a USC person. I wanted to say that, but I could have been picturing somebody else. But I was thinking maybe that's where he played at. Still Packers fans, not just Rodgers here. Matt said. Oh, University of Southern California. Yeah, that's US. I think that's USC. I'm pretty sure that's what USC stands for. Bum, bum, bum. See, I didn't get any other tools. I've got one other thing coming that I'm pretty excited about, but I don't know when I'm going to get it. And then I also got a couple of things in from a company to try out, and then I'll probably do a giveaway on one of those. Haven't decided which one of the two yet, because I actually told them to send me two of what they were going to send me, and I'd do a giveaway. But then they said, well, instead of sending you two of the same thing, we're going to send you two different things. So I got to decide which one I want the most, and then I'm willing to give you all whatever it is I don't want. No, I'm just kidding. I'm probably going to actually give you all the thing that's probably better. Have a great week, everyone. Bruce Algier said. Appreciate that, buddy. You have a good one, too. I think we're pouring like 90 yards of concrete tomorrow. I'll be there kind of helping some, but more than anything, I'll just be there overseeing it to make sure everything making sure that the testing all gets taken off right and all that kind of stuff like that. But that's what's happening for me tomorrow is 90 yards of concrete. We're starting Russell Wilson again against the Jets, Wyatt the Pilot said. Yeah, the Jets picking up Devontae Adams, and then I started seeing all kinds of like little memes of the Jets made a new logo, and it was like half the Jets logo, but it said Packers, and then it said something about. I saw another meme about Jordy Nelson was coming out of retirement and a bunch of other stuff like that. Everybody's having a pretty good time with that. Brian Hall got another Seahawks fan on here on the East Coast, so he's a Seahawks fan. Get your suspenders on and dig in with the screed, Joey. Yeah, I think they're actually. I know that they weren't going to pump it originally, and now they've decided they're going to pump it because it's a pretty big area and it's really hard to kind of get to some of it. So they are at least pumping it. So that makes it usually not as bad a day whenever you're doing that too. But yeah, I'm hoping I'm just more than anything just going to be eye candy. But I'll get in there and help whenever I can. That's a lot of concrete. Contreras 21 said, "Yeah, it is. That's it's more than I definitely would want to do in a day, like in a small group. I don't remember how many guys he said he's got coming, so hopefully they'll have enough guys. Like I said, I'm mostly there to make sure that the testing's getting done. Like they got to take it and test it off. The customer wants that, and then also just to make sure everything goes like it's supposed to. Make sure they're using what they're supposed to, all that kind of stuff." Anyone using the pipe vise pipe wrenches worth the price? Steve D said. I bought the Amigo, or no, is it called the Amigo? No, Micro 5. I've got a video for that. The Micro 5. I don't feel like they're worth the price personally. Now the Micro 5's not, just because you're not going to get very much use with it. It is a handy tool to have, but I would probably rather just buy a pair of Cobras, to be honest with you, than to spend the money on it. Now you get into the bigger ones if you actually run pipe all the time, and again, that's not me either. So maybe if I actually ran pipe a lot, like plumbing and all that kind of stuff, I might would think differently about it too. But I don't feel like I'd rather just buy a pair of Cobras personally. A day with a Butte bar to take forms off is a good workout. Yeah, this is I was didn't finish my thought with Contreras, but this is a fourplex basically. So it's four apartments, all on one level. So pretty decent. I think it's like 6,500 square foot or something like that overall square footage wise. And then in everywhere in between the apartments is a basically another footer that's getting poured with it with the slabs wherever all the demising walls are. Matt said, "Don't get the pipe vise, but get the top Japan ones. They're better and cheaper." Good luck on the pour. I'm heading off. Good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. Nasty Nate said, "Appreciate you being here, buddy. Don't show off those guns, or they will have you pushing wheelbarrows and send that pump truck back." Yeah, I helped them today put in the plastic and the wire mesh because they were short-handed, and I was going to be there anyway. So I told them, I said, "Well, I'll help y'all put it in because it was going to be easier with four people." So I did that today. So today I went and looked at a job for a friend, just a small thing that he's needing done, building some drawers for his cabinets. I got to get together some stuff and see if I can make it happen. And then I went there and helped with the plastic and the mesh. And then I went to the recruitment office that I'm working at, but actually they have another office next door that's just Army, and they had a lot of light fixtures that were out. And I went over there and fixed like 15 lights, I think it was. Some of it was just bulbs, some of it was bad ballast, and I had to rewire stuff and do stuff with that. But that's what my day was today. But I like a Friday where somebody else is pouring concrete and I'm going to be just overseeing a lot of it. That's a good Friday. Have you seen the Gen 2 Cobras, the quick set with the red ring around the button? Apache said, I've seen them. I haven't bought a pair of them yet. I really still haven't figured out what the 100% difference is on them compared to the other. I think it's, does the button like lock in or something and you move it, or I'm not sure how they work differently. I haven't watched any videos or anything on them. I have seen them on Amazon and stuff, and I didn't really even, I haven't spent a lot of time even reading on them to see what the difference was. Isaiah said that's why I bought them on eBay. I know for sure they're going to go up in price. I doubt they'll be sold in stores unless they really aren't limited edition. Well, Matt HMM found them at his Lowe's. Like he got his at his local Lowe's for the regular price, which I think the regular price, if I'm right, Matt, was at $39 or something like that. So 75's, I mean, not bad, but it just stinks if I could get them for 40. I like those black linemen low key. They had them everywhere. Yeah, I found them and saw them after they were already sold out everywhere. Like I wish I'd have got me a pair of them too. Patchy, I think I'm gonna buy some more Klein hand tools to fill my new rigid tool bag for my anniversary. They quick adjust closed. Yeah, so I thought I was thinking that that's what they did was basically you can like they slide up without really you almost haven't even pushed the button or something like that. Instead of having to get the size, you open them up and they adjust to the size fastener. Because, see, I think most of the time that's kind of how I use mine, except for I press the button in and kind of do that. But you have to keep the button pressed in. Matt HMM said $30 on the Klein screwdrivers. What was the item number, Matt? He was wanting to know. And I got it. I tried punching in the item number on my Lowe's app too because he sent me a picture of them and I saw it up at the. I saw it on his. Actually, he sent me a receipt too, and I saw the item number on the receipt, and that's when I punched it in. But it's not coming up at all nowhere. Like I'm just amazed that nobody's selling them. Like none of like House of Tools or none of that stuff. Like nobody's got them. So it's really weird that it was out at Matt's Lowe's, but not anywhere else in the world. But that's been the case with even these Connect sets too, though. So who knows? Wyatt the Pilot's going to head out. Matt HMM Bug Joey, he has all the pictures of the packaging SKUs, etc. Yeah, I can send you the. I don't think I can pull it up. Let me see. I might be able to pull it up here. Let me see. I don't know if I got my Gmail on this phone right here though. I don't think I do. So I can post a Apache. I'll post a or I'll make a post of the SKU number because I don't want to. I think it's on his receipt, so I won't share the picture of his receipt unless I can zoom in on just the SKU number. I'll do that, but I'll make a post here in a minute. Lowe's app is terrible. Can't find anything, even if you type it. Yeah, 100%. I've always said that, like for years. Like if you want something, like if you want to search for something that's 2-inch screws or whatever, like if their app has it in as 2-inch with the quotation marks or 2IN with a period or 2 space IN with a period, like if you don't type it in exactly like that, you're not going to find it. Like it doesn't just, it's not intuitive to think, hey, I bet this person's looking for this. I don't know why they, I don't know why they can't make a better app. Seems like they'd have just the same kind of money as Home Depot has. Home Depot's app is pretty good. Like it's actually pretty good. And then Home Depot is just a whole better experience online. And then shipping stuff to the store is a better experience. Shipping stuff to your house is a better experience. They've got the whole online home improvement stuff is Home Depot's night and day above Lowe's. Matt said he sent the barcode. So Home Depot is down solid. The Lowe's app is so bad when they start selling Klein meters, it took forever. 100% agree, said Home Depot is leaps and bounds ahead. Yeah, that's another reason why I kind of swapped to Milwaukee was I wanted to start buying my tools at Home Depot because I was buying Bosch before and DeWalt, and I always bought them at Lowe's because again, 10 years ago or maybe a little more, I preferred Lowe's over Home Depot. I hated going to Home Depot but it's because I'd always went to Lowe's forever and I knew exactly where everything was. And then Home Depot, the way their store was laid out was always dumb to me. I'd go in there to buy a toilet, and then if I wanted toilet parts, it was like 3 aisles over in mine. So it was always that way with everything. Like even cabinet screws, they'd have them somewhere weird. So if you went to go get cabinet screws, they weren't in the screw aisle, but they weren't by the cabinets. They'd be somewhere stupid. But they've kind of got it figured out, and I've just been in Home Depot more to where now I kind of know where everything is. Even if it isn't a dumb place, I at least know where it is. So Stephen Power says Lowe's wouldn't even email receipts until recently, and I still can't get. I have literally because I don't do it if there's a big line of people checking out, but I have tried probably 15 times of putting my email in there and then do the email receipts, because I love that, because like Home Depot emails me my receipts and it makes it to where I don't have to scan my receipt with my phone, send it to my, computer through OneDrive or whatever. Instead, I just open up my email and send it straight to OneDrive, and it's not even a scanned receipt. It's like a really good clear one and all that kind of stuff. So that's another reason that I like Home Depot a lot better. But I have tried to get Lowe's to email me my receipts like 15 times, and it just doesn't happen. Never happens. And then it's the same thing on my Pro Rewards or whatever at Lowe's. I'm still never getting any points, and I've tried to ask them that a bunch of times as well. Still not getting those. Lowe's is better in store because it's better lit and less people, but that's it. Isaiah said that's not even the cool part to Knipex. Have you seen the new limited edition black and silver Cobras? I'm gonna say no, I haven't seen those yet. So, and nobody else has either. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Not to say that maybe one of them's not gonna show up in my mailbox here in the next little bit. Woodchuck says Lowe's senior management's definitely inept. You don't have the Lowe's Pro account, is what Apache said. I've got one, and I've signed up for everything for it. I've attached my card to it like 5 times. I've tried all kinds of stuff, and I just can't. It won't work out, whatever it is, because I get the Lowe's Pro account summary in my emails and everything else, and it's always no points. I got sick of going there and asking them about it. So which I don't buy, like my Home Depot Pro Rewards. I probably get $600-700 worth of gift cards in there a year from just the stuff I buy in there. But you also get 4 times the points. But at Lowe's, I don't spend as much money in there. So that's why I haven't really been going crazy about the fact that I'm not getting my points, because ultimately it probably ain't going to add up to a whole lot anyways. The lady took my phone at Lowe's and set it up as admin, and it worked. LOL, had some issues before. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off here, guys. Stayed on a little bit later than what I planned to. But so as far as everything went tonight, I'm assuming wasn't any laggy points. Audio's all right, all those things. Maybe I'm even better looking and I'm better definition, and now I'm even more handsome than you even thought that I was before. Maybe that's going to be the case. In 2023, I spent $489,000 at Home Depot, and they barely started hitting me up to see if I was going to buy that this year. I said nope. Yeah, I've got a brother-in-law that runs a property management business, and he's got, thousands of properties, and he owns it, and he spends so much money at Lowe's that, he gets pretty much anything he wants from Lowe's, because they bend over backwards for him. Because I've done work for him, and he always wants me to get the stuff at Lowe's, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to get it at Lowe's. Like ceiling grid stuff, I hate the Armstrong ceiling grid. I hate the drywall at Lowe's. I don't like that Certainty brand or whatever that is. I don't like that either. I'm a USG person. But see ya, Apache. Let's see at Lowe's. All you have to do is go to your app and scan the member's ID during checkout to get points and rewards. Shay said scanning. Yeah, I've tried that a couple times, but he said look them up. Isaiah, I know what you're talking about. I've got some coming. They're on their way. That's why I was saying that. I don't know when I'm gonna get them, but I've got some coming. I don't think I missed anything else. But again, appreciate y'all being on here. Again, no particular reason to get on here other than to see if y'all were on here to chat and to try out my internet that I had to dig a ditch for. But that's the kind of thing that I do for you guys. I don't want you seeing me blurry. I don't want you not being able to hear me. I'm willing to dig a ditch if that's what it takes for y'all to be able to come on here and get the wisdom from somebody like me. Somebody said something. Let me check that real fast, and I'm going to go. Come on. Thanks for the chat, Joey Woodchuck said. Take care, Morgan. Thanks for the giveaway. You're welcome, Contreras. Everybody that was in that giveaway, y'all should be... she got it mailed off on went yesterday, I think it was. I've got tracking numbers too, but I wasn't going to sit there and try to type them all in and email them to people. We'll see if there's a problem. We'll look it up. But y'all should, some people should be getting some stuff, maybe even tomorrow. Just depends on how far away you were. But y'all should be getting some stuff. They have the blacked out handles. Let's see how high he said. So appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good evening. We'll go see who wins and loses this football game. But see y'all in the next one.